My mics of choice have always been Neumann. I started collecting them, buying them early when I came to Nashville. CBS was selling. They were going out of the studio business, the old Quonset hut, where so many hits had been recorded, just amazing hits there. And so I got my first 47 there. I love that vocal mic, you know, and I used it so much on my early records, my early CBS records. And when I recorded Dolly, I used her singing on it. You know, I've got great pictures of her in there, you know, singing on it, you know. And gosh, I've used it on so many people. And George and Tammy, when we did the Bradley Barnes sessions, Brian Ahern, they had sung on that mic before when it was at the Quonset hut for CBS. And I told them about it. I said, "This is the same old mic y'all used to sing in, you know, at the old CBS studio." "Really?" I said, "Yeah." So it does, you know. So anyway, it's been fantastic, you know. And so I got another one, you know. I found another one that I was able to buy, another 47, that had a VF14 in it, because the one from the Quonset hut had been redone for a new Vista, you know, the little small tube. And so anyway, then I got some 67s, you know, and then I got some 64s. There was a guy, Neil Hazen, that used to have a studio here in Nashville, or here in Hendersonville, where I live. He had 6, you know, KM64s. Had this big, long power supply, you know, and I thought, man, that doesn't look like, you know, Neumann would have ever made anything like that, which they didn't. They just took the power supplies out, because what happened, the Happy Goodman family used to carry those on the road, and they would sing in those mics live. Well, I bought 6 and from him, and so I love those mics. Those are great guitar, mandolin. Then I got some 269s that I fell in love with. Oh my God, they're the best piano mic ever. Didn't know they were a 67 broadcast mic with an AC701 in them. They don't have the you know, the 67 tube, you know. They sound totally different, and they're great mics. On the road, I use the Neumann mics. I've got a TLM 105, I think, maybe. Yeah, 105 that I use on my mandolin. Big old diaphragm, and it makes old Mad Mun here just sing, man. He just sounds so great. And I sing in a KSM 105, I think, the vocal mics. And we have those on fiddle. Those are great vocal mics for all of us, you know. And of course, I use the Sennheiser wireless in-ear monitor rig, and it's just so great. So good to have a clean stage, not have anything, you know, phase shifting, you know, into the microphone. So we can use these great big diaphragm mics, and we sound like a CD out in the house. I mean, it sounded like they're playing a record. It's just so great. There's, you know, it's just no phase cancellation whatsoever, you know. But we can't use them so often if there's like, you know, monitors on stage monitors. It's like get the small the small little ones, you know. But I love you know, I love having choices. We've even got some old East German Neumanns, you know, the 563s, I think that's what it is. It's got this like 4 different diaphragms in it, you know, and got the M7 capsule, the M8 and the M9, and then it's got this little hypercardioid thing, you know, and it's great to put right in the hole of a J200 or a, you know, my J185 and just beat the snot out of it, you know, because it just won't give, you know, it's just not going to give up, you know. So my vocal mic choice it's been this KSM 105. It's just great. I love the way it sounds, especially, you know, in our headphones. I mean, it's just so crisp, and it sounds, you know, it sounds like you know, singing like with a studio mic. It's fantastic. And then my mandolin mic that I use all the time on the road is a TLM 103, and big old diaphragm, and not having, you know, wedges, you know, monitors on stage now, and just going totally all in ear. You know, we can get that mandolin mic as loud as any of the other instruments on stage. I mean, we can drown the banjo out really good with this little thing.